Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and on this one we're going to be building the best Giratina build for our raids on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, I got my Giratina from Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Not the only place you can get it, but that's where I got mine. Look how big he is. Now, this Pokemon is going to have some really nice stats. It's very bulky, high defense, or high attack, depending on which form you use. Tera Type we're going to be running is going to be a Ghost type Tera Type. I feel like there's a lot of dragons that have come to the game and not as many Ghost types, so that's the reason we're doing it. He should just be a Ghost type when you get him on the game. If you enjoy these types of videos, make sure to subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. Plenty more where that came from. Join the Discord, it's a lot of fun over there. Link will be in the description. Now, the held item we're going to be using is going to be the Shell Bell. This restores 12.5% of the damage we do back to us as health. Let me show you where to get it. So to get this, you just need to fly over to Lavincia North on the right side of the map, and then just go in the Delibro shop. Click on battle items, scroll down, buy your Shell Bell for 20,000 Pokedollars and equip it onto your Giratina. Now, why aren't we changing into the origin form? We do have the Grisius core, as you can see right there. It will change us into the origin form. Then we can't have a held item, and I feel that the Shell Bell is better than having the Grisius core. With the Grisius core, your defense and special defense will go from 120 each to 100. Your attack and special attack will go from 100 to 120. So it's either more defense or more attack. And I'd rather more defense and an item than more attack and no item. So next up, we're going to need to go get a Modest Mint. So come to any Chansey supply shop, buy yourself a Modest Mint and use it on your Giratina. It'll cost you 20,000 Pokedollars. And as you can see right there, it increases our special attack and decreases our normal attack. Moving on to EVs, we have special attack and HP EVs for damage and survivability. To get your EV items, come back in the Chansey supply shop, buy 26 HP ups and 26 calciums. This will cost you a total of 520,000 Pokedollars. It can be expensive, so if you want to save yourself some money, go to a Delibro shop, click on General Goods, scroll to the bottom. The power items you can actually do it manually with. So for your special attack, we'll need the power lens, and for your HP, we'll need the power weight. These items give 8 additional EVs per kill, and I'm going to show you now where to actually train them. So for the HP, you want to come right here. So fly over to the Pokepath Lighthouse, make your way over. And then you're going to activate a Fairy type and count a level 2 sandwich, and loads of Azuri will spawn. Take out 28 of them, you will have max HP EVs. If you want a good way to keep track of it and make some money at the same time, get a Persian, teach it Payday, use PP up twice, it will go to 28. When that reaches 0, you will have 28,000 extra Pokedollars and a max EV in HP. Next, we're going to be doing special attacks, so come to this bridge right here, fly over to the lighthouse again. And we're just going to be coming down to the bridge right over here. When you get there, Psyduck will start to spawn, just give it a minute. Take out 28 of those using water power and counter power level 2 sandwich to make it easier. And then you'll have your max special attack EVs. Moving on to the IVs. To go on your IVs, click on main menu, click on boxes, hover over your Giratina, click the plus button, click it again. It will go to your IVs. Whatever it says best on, those are your max IVs. You should have 3. The rest will need bottle caps. So to get these, we're going to come to any Delibro shop. I'm going to go to the one on Lavincia. Once you're inside there, click on General Goods. It will be your first item, buy however many you need. And then we'll be flying over to Montenevera. Speak to the person next to the Abomasnow, he will hyper train your Pokemon. I'm going to use Persian as an example because my Giratina is just fully IV trained. Click on bottle caps, click HP, defense, special attack, special defense and speed, then start the training. You don't need to do attack, that'd be a waste of money. Unless you plan to do an attacking build for him in the future, then just do all 6. Ability doesn't matter, just leave it. We either have a pressure, which doesn't really matter in raids, and we also have telepathy, doesn't really matter in raids. Moving on to the moveset, we have Shadow Ball, Calm Mind, Dragon Pulse, and Hex. Now, Shadow Ball, Calm Mind, and Dragon Pulse we need TMs for, which is unfortunate. Hex, you can just learn that at level 21 when you're leveling up. So get to level 100, relearn Hex, and then we'll get the others. There is a side option. You can change Dragon Pulse for Will-O-Wisp to help yourselves survive those physical attackers more. But when I was doing raids, having Will-O-Wisp and trying to Will-O-Wisp and then Hex, it kind of felt slower in the actual raids overall. So I stuck with Shadow Ball, Calm Mind, Dragon Pulse, and Hex because some of the time you'll get AI Pokemon that paralyze, burn, all that stuff, the other Pokemon anyway. So we're going to go get the TMs, so just visit any Pokemon Center, go to the green section. Shadow Ball is going to be our strongest move. It's going to do 80 power, 100 accuracy, can lower the target's special defense, good move. Calm Mind, increase our special attack and special defense, a good setup move, especially against those special attackers. Dragon Pulse is just there because it's stab, powerful move. This move can kind of be changed with anything you want. If you want a different move like Earth Power, Aura Sphere, stuff like that, it's up to you. Hex is an interesting move, 65 power, but if they have a status condition, it's going to do a hell of a lot more damage. So we're going to use that when they have a status condition. So to get your TMs, come to any Poké Center, go to the green section, the TM machine. We're going to go for Shadow Ball first. So we're going to need Ghastly Gas, Sandy Gas Sand, and Sinister Chip. So let me show you where to get these. So we're going to go get the Sinisty first, so fly over to Alphanada. And then we're just going to be going outside of the actual city to South Province Area 6. Just keep an eye out for a small teapot. There's one right there. We're just going to take that out, and that'll get us our Sinisty chip. Next up, we're going to go for Ghastly, so put a waypoint right here. So when you get to the ruins, we're just going to be looking around. There's some right there. Next up, we're going to be going for Sinisty. So put a waypoint right here, fly over to Levincia South and make your way over. And we're just going to be going to the beach. And when you find your Sandy Gas, just take it out, and you will get your Sandy Gas Sand. Next up, we have Dragon Pulse, so we're going to need Goomy Goo, Swablu, Fluff, and Tatsugiri Scales. First up, we're going to get Goomy, so fly over to South Province Area 4 Watchtower, make your way down here. We're just going to drop to the very bottom where the pools of water are, and there'll actually be a guaranteed evolved form of Goomy here. Just think out of that. And then just take it out, and you will get your Goomy Goo. You'll get a lot of it because it was a terrestrialized Pokemon. Next up, Tatsugiri. So it'll come right here on the map. I'm going to fly over to Gracia Stones, make my way over. When you get over here, you're going to be looking out for Tatsugiri of any colour, and also Altaria and Swablu. So here's a few Tatsugiri right here, that pink one. And then we've got an orange one, might as well take them both out, get our Tatsugiri scales. And there's a group of Altaria here, and Swablu, so we're just going to take them out and get our Swablu fluff. Next up, we have Carmine, so we'll need Stantler hair and Indeedee fur. First, we're going to go for the Stantler, which will be right around here, so go back to the shrine and just climb up. When you get to the top, just keep your eye out for a Stantler. It can be anywhere in these grassy areas, really, so just have a little adventure. It is one of the harder Pokemon to find, but we finally managed to find one and get our Stantler here. Finally, we can go to the top of the map and fly over to North Province Area 1 for our Indeedee, which can just be anywhere around the Pokemon Center. So just go outside the Pokemon Center and have a quick look. There's one right there, pretty much straight away. So we're going to take that out and get our Indeedee fur. That's the full build. Let's get into some raids. Smash that like button if you're enjoying this video so far. So the first 6-star raid is going to be a Psychic type Tandemaus. Let's get straight into it. So we're going to use Carmine first turn to increase that special attack and special defense. Then we're going to use Carmine again, increase that special attack and special defense to +2 each. And now we're going to start to attack. At any point, if any of our actually AI allies inflict a status condition, then we'll start to use Hex. If not, we'll just keep using Shadow Ball. And because this is the defensive style one, we're very bulky, and we're getting all our health back with the Shell Bell. So we're hitting with another Shadow Ball. As you can see, it's not the worst damage. We will still outdo the actual timer, and even though it's not the most damage in the world, you will be able to beat these raids. So we're going to terrestrialize here and use Hex because the mouse hold is poisoned. I think I called it a tender mouse earlier by accident. So we're going to use Hex now. We'll do more damage this turn. As you can see, it's doing a lot more damage because we actually have the status inflicted on mouse hold. So Hex is doing 130 damage. Now the reason we don't run something like Will-O-Wisp or Thunderwave is just because it felt like the raids were slower on average because of the amount of Pokemon who remove stuff all the time, and then we wouldn't be able to use these status conditions when the Pokemon had their shield up anyway. So Play Rough isn't doing much damage anymore because we're not a part Dragon type. We're going to use Hex, break that shield, do a lot of damage. It is actually a critical hit, and we go back to full health. The shield breaks. Mouse hold is now going to nullify everything on our side, but that doesn't matter because we are just going to use Hex here and finish the job off. And as you can see, we was never in any danger of going down or anywhere close, and we beat the time by a mile. We had over half the time remaining. Let's get into the second raid. Second raid is going to be a 6-star Psychic type Hydreigon. Let's get straight into it. Not looking forward to this one, but we're going to see how it goes. First turn, we're going to use Calm Mind, increase that special attack and special defense. He hits us with a taunt, that's unfortunate. But I guess we go into the Shadow Balls now. So we're going to try and get as much damage as we can away. We do get the special defense drop, which is really good. He uses Crunch on us, he doesn't get the defense drop, that's amazing. We use Shadow Ball again, do a bit more damage this time, get another special defense drop, get some more health back. He uses Crunch on us, don't get the defense drop, amazing. We use Shadow Ball again, taking it just over half health. We don't get the defense drop that time, but we go back to full health because of the previous ones. He's going to use Crunch. He gets a critical hit. We'll get the defense drop though, so this is where we're going to terrestrialize. He's on -2 special defense and we're on +1 special attack and +1 special defense. We should be okay to terrestrialize here. He is going to use work up at some point. Oh, nasty plot. I forgot which one it is. Hopefully it's just work up. So we're going to use Shadow Ball here. Let's see how much damage this does. It does a decent amount of damage. Hopefully we get the special defense drop. We do. Amazing. And we go back up to 434 health. Hopefully he doesn't remove negative effects from himself. The shield goes up. He does remove negative effects from himself. So we're only on a +1 at the minute. And now he uses work up. We're going to use Shadow Ball again here. Let's see how much damage we do. We're only on +1 special attack. It's not doing enough. We need a special defense drop here. We don't get one. Let's hope that health's going to be enough. Oh, he uses Taunt. That gives us a free attack. I was kind of caught between using Shadow Ball and Calm Mind there. Maybe I should have used Calm Mind, but can't change that now. We're going to use another Shadow Ball. Hopefully get the drop. Don't get the drop, but we're chipping away at that shield now. He uses Crunch. It doesn't do over half the damage and he doesn't get the drop, so I think we're good here. Nullifies the stats on our side. May have spoke too soon there. Let's just see how much damage it does. It does a decent-ish amount of damage. It is a critical hit though, that explains it. Don't get the special defense drop. We got it all at the wrong time. He uses Crunch, damages us quite a bit, and then he removes negative effects from himself. He didn't have any. We're going to use Shadow Ball here. I think this is our last attack we get away unless we get a crit and get some health back. Hopefully we get a special defense drop here. We don't. It's going to be a close raid. I don't think we have it. He uses Dark Pulse and finishes us off. We are back, and I'm going to take a risk here. I'm going to gamble on the fact that he uses Taunt every time we're not taunted, and I'm going to use Calm Mind. He doesn't use Taunt, no, but he did use Dragon Pulse, and now we're going to use Shadow Ball. One could only pray for the crit or the special defense drop. It does nothing. He does use Taunt though, so he gives us a free attack. We just need to get rid of that shield. Can this do it? The shield's gone, I think, and we get the special defense drop. That's huge. He uses Crunch on us, does a lot of damage, but it's nothing we can't get back. The shield breaks. He uses Nasty Plot, it's over. Oh, he's burnt. Maybe not. Drifloon coming in clutch. The game of emotions we play. So we do a lot of damage, get the special defense drop again, we get health back. He just doesn't attack. Easy. So he was super effective against us, Dragon type and Dark type. And he's a really difficult raid to face because of work up a Nasty Plot, and we still get the job done. Amazing. Hydreigon goes down. I was kind of 50-50 whether we would be able to do that or not, but looks like in the end we just scraped it. Let's move on to the third raid. So the third raid is going to be a 6-star Psychic type Bombardier. Let's get straight into it. So we're going to use Calm Mind, turn 1 as usual, get that special attack up and special defense. Not that the special defense will matter in this raid. We're going to use Calm Mind again, second turn. This will put us on +2 special attack. We get hit with a knockoff, then a Feather Dance. That's fine. We're going to use another Calm Mind, actually. We get hit with a knockoff. Now we're going to use Shadow Ball, see how much damage we do. I'm expecting a decent little chunk here. So it does a nice little chunk of damage, drops the special defense. We get some health back. We steal some of our Tera Charge, which is not good. We should be fine here, though, because knockoff doesn't do too much damage. It's not stab, it's a weak move. We're going to use Shadow Ball again. It's going to do a lot more this time because of the special defense drop, and we're going to go back to full health. The shield does go up. As long as he doesn't nullify, it shouldn't last too much longer. We hit him with another Shadow Ball, trying to get the Terrestrialize at the minute because he did steal our Tera Charge. So this is the last Shadow Ball we will need to use before we get our Terrestrialize. It doesn't do too much to the shield. Was hoping to get a special defense drop, but we didn't manage to get it. He removes negative effects from himself, so his special defense is back to normal. But now we can Terrestrialize. It's pretty much sorted now. But now that we can Terrestrialize, it's pretty much a done deal. So we have Terrestrialized. We use Shadow Ball. I don't think it'll take out the shield. No, it doesn't, because his stats return to normal, but we do get a ton of health back. He nullifies our stats. That's fine. I'm not actually going to use Calm Mind here. I'm just going to attack with Shadow Ball, see how much it does. A decent amount. One more attack and the shield will go, and that's all that matters, as he uses his Feather Dances, which don't do anything because we're a special attacker. But as you can see, the Shell Bell is keeping us alive very nicely, and the shield breaks. 2 more attacks should do it. So here's the first one. We get some health back, and here's the second one. This should finish him off. We do get the critical hit and drop the special defense just to rub it in, and the Bombardier goes down. Let me know whether you would have used the normal form or the origin form, whether you're going to use Dragon Pulse or Will-O-Wisp. I'd love to know what you guys prefer. Click on screen right now for a Hisuian Decidueye build. It's a very nice build to be using. I'll catch you on the next one.